As WKU moves through demolition of the Thompson complex, WBKO has learned a convicted sex offender is leading the project. Breaking news from New York. The city is on edge tonight after a Doctors Without Borders physician tests positive for Ebola. It's a stat no one wants to see on the rise. The number of traffic fatalities in Kentucky in 2014 surpassed those in 2013 before the year was even over. Police have located 2 escaped inmates from the Adair County Jail over 600 miles from where they escaped. As Shane mentioned just a second ago, we didn't break any low temperature records, but I would have to argue that's not necessarily a bad thing. Gene disagrees with me. He's like, if it's going to be this cold, just break some records.
2 more degrees. I feel a difference. Get the record. This is just a waste of time.
Yeah, you're thinking go for the gusto, Mother Nature, huh? Well,
what stood out in your mind when it came to the pageant?
I think there were really 2 things that stood out to me this year. The judges got to pick the 16th contestant, and what I loved, they picked Miss Congeniality. I mean, who is more deserving than that? You know, she's a really sweet girl, so that's always nice to see. And I think the other thing that stood out was the final 5 questions. They were no joke.
No, they were tough this year.
They were really very tough, and it showed that these young women are women of substance and intelligence, and that's so good to kind of abolish the whole stigma against pageant girls. So they did a great job. How long is this gorgeous weather going to last?
Well, the gorgeous weather is going to last into midweek, Andrea.
She's still in New Jersey.
Yeah, apparently.
I know. Election day is finally here, and all eyes are on Kentucky's U.S. Senate race between Senator Mitch McConnell and Allison Lundergan Grimes. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrea Walker.
And I'm Gene Burke. Jake Boswell is in Lexington, where Grimes supporters have gathered to watch the results come in.
There are many places around Bowling Green throwing some big bashes to celebrate the new year. Marissa Balmas is live at 643, where the party will begin soon. Marissa, what's going on over there? Gallatin police need your help finding 2 missing teens last seen on Christmas Day. The search is on for 2 inmates who escaped from jail in Adair County. Last night around 8 o'clock, police say 20-year-old Jordan Luttrell from Liberty and 34-year-old Thomas Wilson from Albany escaped from the jail by walking out the front door. Students started moving back to Western today for master plan. I know that is seared into my memory because it was so hot trying to move all my stuff into PFT on the 8th floor.
Yeah, it's seared into my memory too. 15 years ago, I moved down here on a 103-degree day. So.
This next story has drama written all over it. 2 high-ranking Louisville officials are off the clock tonight after both were arrested together for disruptive, provocative, intimate behavior. Now, Jake, when the news first broke on Thursday about Wilcox being in Warren County, his vehicle was linked to a murder investigation. Is that something you've been able to look into?
Yeah, like I said a couple times now, the South Williamsport police have confirmed it's nothing that they're investigating, but we have got some new information between now and the 5 o'clock show, and there is a murder investigation elsewhere in Pennsylvania that may be involving the vehicle that he was driving on Thursday. We're certainly zeroing in on that area. Hope to have a lot of information on that tomorrow.
Police believe a fatal fire in Hodgenville was caused by, of all things, a broken lighter. The Hodgenville police chief says on Saturday night around 11 o'clock, 76-year-old Helen Fields was trying to light a cigarette, but her lighter wasn't working, so she started hitting it against a table. The woman's daughter said she heard a noise and turned around to find her mother on fire. Police believe the small explosion was an accident. They're still investigating the incident. The excitement is palpable across the state tonight as voters anxiously wait for the results of today's election. For some of us, myself included, tailgating is your favorite part of football season. But weekend after weekend of food, drinks, and fun can end up costing a pretty penny. Karen Kafa tells us how to tailgate in style without breaking the bank. They're supposed to keep us safe, but now state officials are planning an investigation into potentially faulty guardrails on Kentucky roads. The transportation secretary told lawmakers he believes hundreds of ET Plus guardrail components are in use. Critics say when vehicles strike these guardrails, they don't crumple as they should. Instead, they become a danger to drivers, often impaling the vehicles. Kentucky has banned the product, and federal officials have ordered a new round of testing on the guardrail heads. 6 people have died from the flu in Kentucky this year, including a child. The Kentucky Department of Public Health says the flu has been widespread for the past month, which is earlier than normal. Flu season doesn't usually hit its peak until sometime between January and March. Gun control is one of the most polarizing topics in our nation today. But no matter which side of the debate you stand on, there's one universal truth. Everyone needs at least a basic knowledge of guns and gun safety. Something as simple as locking your gun when not in use is enough to save someone's life.
A lock is not too expensive. It doesn't matter if it's $1,000 because there's sometimes that you wish that you had money in the world to bring someone back, and if a gun lock would have stopped it.
Ward also suggests taking a concealed carry class to better understand how your weapon operates and prevent any possible accidents. Today on our web channel, WBKO.com, we're asking, in your opinion, what is the result of exposing children to guns? Does it promote safety or does it promote violence? You can tweet us your answer at WBKO_newsroom, text poll to 34792, or log on to vote. Then watch WBKO at 10 for the results. Now tonight at 6, I'll have a more comprehensive look at the importance of gun safety. Another South Central Kentucky county votes to become right to work. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Andrea Walker. Jean has the night off. Simpson County has approved the ordinance with a 5-0 vote. This is tonight's top story at 10.